It's so funny how they want to be part of the party. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, Sue. I'm Kristen Dombrowski, the Executive Director for the Northwest region of Canine Companions, and I'm really excited to be here with you all this afternoon. With Thanksgiving just around the corner, it's a great time and space for us to express our gratitude to everyone who helps make these incredible matches between our dogs and their partners possible. So today is the culmination of 2 years of love and hard work from an amazing community. And I'd like to thank our national and regional board members. Some of you are here today. Thank you to our dedicated puppy raisers who take our puppies at 8 weeks and raise them until they're 18 months old and ready for their professional training. Thank you. And I'd like to thank our other incredible volunteers, staff, and donors who make our work possible. To our trainers, especially Ken and Kaylee, thank you for being such caring and dedicated part of our team. Yay. Our hearing dogs are extremely intelligent and hardworking. They can alert their partners to key sounds such as a morning alarm, a smoke detector, an incoming email or text, or knock on the door to keep them safe and aware. These dogs will provide their partners with additional confidence and a feeling of greater security. To those of you graduating today, welcome to the Canine Companions family. We're ready to help and support you along your journey. Congratulations. And now I'd like to share a video that shows our team training experience.
Yes.
Yes, good girl.
Yes, good girl.
Nice. Nice. Great.
Yes, good boy.
Yes, good girl. What?
Nice. Good.
Good girl.
Yes, what? What? Yes, good girl. Good girl.
Yes, good boy. What? Good boy. Yes, good boy.
Yes, good girl, good girl. Thank you, Isla. Good.
Yes, good girl. Good girl.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our November Hearing Dog graduation. For those of you on the live stream, I hope you enjoyed the sound. For anyone here in the audience, if you want to watch it on YouTube later, it should have all the sound, which has some great music, and you can actually hear the things the dogs are alerting to. My name is Kaylee, and I'm an instructor here at Canine Companions. I had the honor of teaching our November Hearing Dog team training class with the famous Ken Reed. Since this is the last Hearing Dog class of 2022, I thought it would be a good time to reflect on the year. Ken and I taught 4 Hearing Dog team trainings, graduating a total of 17 dogs, including the 4 that will be graduating today. Ken has been gradually allowing me to do more each class after spending many years running this program on his own. Last week, I took our 4 students to Home Depot unsupervised. And since next week is Thanksgiving, I want to let Ken know how thankful I am for his support, guidance, wisdom, and thoughtfulness this last year as I've slithered my way into training his dogs, moving into his office, becoming a shadow during field trips and team trainings. Working with Ken has been a highlight of this year. But enough about Ken. Let me tell you a little bit about this class. The students were so supportive of each other and always engaged in lectures and practices, asking excellent questions to further their understanding and always helping each other out. Because we were ahead of schedule, we were able to introduce the students to training smoke alarms, sirens when driving, and for the first time, how to train the dog to alert them if a bike, skateboard, or something else is coming up from behind them. This class has been a joy to teach, and I'm so proud of how far they have come in just a short 2 weeks. Without further ado, let's meet the graduating students of November 2022. First, I'd like to introduce Angelina. Angelina is a busy mother of 7 living in Southern California. She has often made the comparison that learning a new training concept or a dog behavior is very similar to parenting children. Every time she asked if she made the correct choice in a situation and we told her she did, Angelina responded, it's what she would have done if it was one of her kids. And while Angelina was learning how best to handle Isla, Isla was also helping Angelina. On class field trips, Angelina would often express concern about being in a new public place, but Isla was the calm and steady rock that made every outing a breeze. I have no doubt this team will continue to grow and blossom. Angelina, will you come join me at the front? Angelina was matched with Isla III, a black female lab. Presenting Isla today is her puppy raiser, Joanne Ranish of Mountain View, California. Isla was the 10th dog she raised, and she's currently working on number 11. Congratulations to Hearing Dog Team Angelina and Isla. Next, I'd like to introduce Todd. Todd came to class with his wife, Sandy, from the Los Angeles area. When working with a variety of dogs, Todd had the natural ability to read each dog and understand their body language. After being matched with Valentina, he quickly realized in training she was all about the food, no physical praise or petting. But when the sound isn't going off, Valentina could often be found in Todd's lap, laying on his feet, or trying to get the absolute closest she could without becoming one with him. Todd, will you join me at the front? Todd was matched with Valentina III, a yellow female lab golden cross. Presenting Valentina today are her puppy raisers, Sue Guzman and Michelle Chelsey of Santa Clara, California, and Ann Whites of Jose, California. Valentina was the 13th dog for Sue and Michelle and the 8th for Anne. Congratulations to Hearing Dog Team Todd and Valentina. Now I'd like to introduce Linda. Linda was our only successor in this class. She was matched with her previous dog, Trapper, 10 years ago in 2012. Trapper officially retired this week and will be turning 13 years old next month. Stepping up to the plate to take over Trapper's responsibilities is Jersey, and boy, is he ready. He was in training a little longer than the average hearing dog, no fault of his own, but it meant that his alert only grew stronger and more determined. Trapper may have left some big shoes to fill, but Jersey is going to take off running. Linda, if you would join me. Linda was matched with Jersey the 8th, a yellow male lab golden cross. Jersey was raised by Lisa Akin and Chelsey Darrow of Victor, Montana. Presenting Jersey today is one of his puppy raisers, Lisa. Jersey was the 12th dog raised by Lisa and the 2nd for Chelsey. Congratulations to successors, Hearing Dog Team, Linda and Jersey. Finally, I'd like to introduce Andrea. Andrea and her husband, Todd, came all the way from Texas for the opportunity to be matched with a hearing dog. Andrea and Todd travel a lot, are starting their own nonprofit, and are always on the move. Andrea needed an active dog that could keep up with her busy schedule, but also be calm and steady enough to walk at her pace. Let me tell you, Randy is the perfect guy for the job. He can be silly and rambunctious when playing, but when the leash is on, he is focused and mindful on Andrea's movements. He is also more than willing to climb into her lap for a hug and some kisses when requested. Andrea, would you please join me? Andrea was matched with Randy the 6th, a black male lab golden cross. Randy was raised by Roxanne Scholl of Sugar Grove, Ohio. Randy was the 14th dog she raised, and she's currently working on number 15. Presenting Randy today is his mother's breeder caretaker, Debbie Segal. Congratulations to Hearing Dog Team Andrea and Randy. Let's give one more round of applause to all our students graduating here today. And now Andrea will be speaking on behalf of her classmates to tell us a little more about the team training experience.
I ended up with a bunch of extra papers in my folder somehow. Here we go. Okay, thank you. There we go. Okay, Randy. Randy, down. Down. Randy. Good boy. Good boy. Stay. That's in my way. Down in Texas, we eat a lot of tortillas. And every tortilla has two sides. A lot like hearing loss. It has two sides. At night, when I take my hearing aids out to go to bed, I sleep soundly. I don't hear the noisy soldiers that when we lived on base, where the soldiers would be loud and rowdy in the barracks. I didn't hear them. It didn't bother me at all. I don't hear anything. That's the good side of that tortilla. The other side is I don't hear anything. So I don't hear alarms going off and other warning sounds. I don't hear my alarm clock in the morning. The way it works before bringing Randy home, I'd set my alarm clock, go to sleep. In the morning, my alarm clock would ring, and then Ted would have to reach over, shake me so that I knew the alarm clock was going off, and then I would turn it off. A couple months ago, Ted said that he had a nightmare. He dreamt that we were home with our new dog, and my alarm clock went off, and the dog went over and woke Ted. So you get the picture. He's quite happy to be relieved of that job. And now we're here. And Canine Companions is bigger and more amazing than anything we had imagined. Thank you. Thank you, Canine Companions. Thank you to each of you, the dedicated volunteers, puppy raisers, donors, instructors, so many that make all of this happen. I don't think I could count them all. Thank you, Ken. Ken gets it. He gets what we are going through as persons with diminished hearing or no hearing. The class, he spoke at a pace that we could all understand and keep up. Because often we catch 50% of what's said, and while our brain is trying to put together the other 50%, of course the speaker has gone on, and then we've missed all of that, and again, we're trying to play catch up. But the class was always paced perfectly in a way that we could understand. Thank you, Kaylee. Kaylee's eyes. I will always remember Kaylee's eyes. She was always watching us. She was watching the dogs, and she was watching Ken. And every once in a while, I would note that she had noticed something that Ken hadn't noticed, and she had written it down, and she just kind of pushed the paper over so that Ken could see it, and then adjust accordingly. Thank you, Kaylee. John, where are you, John? There you are. John, our dorm brother. I don't think I could come out with a better name, but John not only made sure that we had our physical needs met, he also made sure that we had some fun and some laughter, providing popcorn and movies. And when we had our Thanksgiving dinner as a community here, John brought out a tablecloth and table decorations, and also treated us with his aunt's wonderful, famous hors d'oeuvres. And thank you, John. My fellow classmates, we all came here from different backgrounds, different everything, but we came here with the same hope, the hope to receive help in our lives, to live life more fully. So we had Angelina, the brave, Todd, the philosopher, and Linda, the long-distance runner. I'll let you ask them about that after we're done. And me, the determined. I think my sisters might give you a few other words for me rather than determined, but I like to use determined. And really, we are all determined. Determined not to let any disability stop us from living life to the fullest. I've had a lifetime of multiple physical handicaps. We were poor when I was young, and I didn't have a wheelchair. I couldn't walk. I was in my cast up to here. But I had a wooden rocking chair. And in that wooden rocking chair, I found a way to move everywhere in the house, to scoot it, scoot. We had wooden floors, so it wasn't carpets. I could just scoot everywhere in that rocking chair because I did not want to be left out, left behind. Not me, determined. Later, I had a wheelchair, but sometimes I didn't want to stay in that wheelchair. That too was not good enough. I can remember one time they actually strapped me into the wheelchair to keep me in because they somehow managed to find me across the room from my wheelchair, and I wasn't supposed to be doing that. Life before the Americans with Disability Act, before I had a right to public education, and I had to prove that, yes, I could manage myself. Yes, I could be in this public education classroom. I remember even having to go into the bathroom and prove to I don't know who the adults were there, but I had to prove to them that I could get into the stall myself and get back out myself, that I could do it, because I didn't have a right to public education. Before wheelchair ramps, before so many things that are a blessing now. I remember when I first started looking for a job, and I would walk in for the interview, and I could see the eyes of the person there, and I could see the change. They'd watch me walk in, and I knew the interview was over. Tumor on my neck, on the nerve root. I had to learn to use this arm and this hand again, but I was determined. I had a 2-month-old baby at home, and I wanted to hold her, and I wanted to rock her. About 20 years ago, I started losing my hearing, and now I had new obstacles to overcome with help of others and determination. The threat of social isolation, the ability to do my job as a pastor, a therapist, safety and security, so many things. 4 years ago, Ted and I were out to dinner, and in this restaurant was a gentleman, and he had a dog with a blue vest. And we asked him about his dog, and he told us about Canine Companions. 3 years ago, we tracked down Canine Companions, and we started the process of inquiry, attending an open house at the Irvine, Texas campus, applying, interviewing. I remember the session where they tested to see if I was trainable, because these dogs are already highly trained. So the test was, could I remember to say don't instead of no? Whew, I passed. And then the waiting and the long waiting. And every once in a while I would send an email to the region offices and saying, is there a dog yet? Am I still on the waiting list? Is it okay? Everything okay? And they assured me, yes, just wait. It was a long wait. And then I finally got the call 2 months ago that it was my turn to come and that they had a dog for me. Many of us, we pray for miracles. We pray for a miracle. Some of us, many miracles. Personal, spiritual, social, and of course the physical ones, to use my arm again, to use my hands again. We pray for hearing miracles, to go out and participate fully in life, independently. Sometimes miracles are needed. Today, we've received a miracle. A wonderful, loving, four-legged, cold, wet nose, fur-covered miracle. Each of you here, each person who's a part of Canine Companion is part of that miracle that we're receiving today. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Thanks for sharing your story and for representing your class. Congratulations to this graduating group, your teams. We're so excited for you and to celebrate with you today. If you've been tuning in at home, thanks for joining us. We hope you have a great holiday. For those of you still here, we hope you'll join us for cookies and lemonade after. And I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Congratulations.